Yo, what's good, guys? We are back, but this is season 2 and episode 1, aka episode 201 of True to Size.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to True to Size. You heard it here first. We're on to season 2, the longest first season ever. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today, and my name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Hey, yo!
Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Howdy, folks.
And that's it. Yeah, we were discussing it before the podcast started, and we said, you know what? It's time to end season 1. We took a 2-week break to reconvene, talk it out, and now we're back, fresher than ever. The season finale was wild. We left a wild cliffhanger. We're gonna see who the murder victim is after all this time. Was it in the library with the candlestick? We're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out in episode 1, part 2, though.
Episode 1, part 2. Yeah. We're going to start doing some crazy shit with our episode numbers now. Season 2, episode 1.4.
Yeah, the end of this episode is a to be continued episode,
yeah, exactly. We're not even going to outro. We're just going to stop recording. Find out next week on True to Size. Yeah. It's not actually season 2. We don't do seasons here.
No.
It would be a strange time to start a new season. If we're doing 200 episodes per season, it's gonna be a while before we get to season 3. Like 5 years. So I think we'll stick with just numbers. I think we're just similar to the Jordan line. Like the Jordan line's they didn't do season 2 after MJ retired. That actually maybe they should have, because that sounds kind of cool. Yeah, we're just gonna stick to doing numbers as we've done in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to do a fire round before anything. And this one is very related to something that's going on in my life right now. And that is, what is a song that has been stuck in your head lately? I don't know if it's just me, but pretty much every day, the entire day, I have a song stuck in my head. Literally as I'm going to sleep, in my dreams, like always just a song playing. I don't know, maybe I need to get looked at. I don't know if I'm just like there's something going on, but I always have a song stuck in my head. And recently it's been, so I don't know if you guys have listened to it yet, but Pusha T's new album, It's Almost Dry, is really, really good. It's short, it's only 12 songs, super easy listen. I think it's like 45 minutes or something, 36 minutes. Easy listen on a drive to anywhere. And the second song, is it the second song? No, I have to look. The third song, Dreamin' of the Past, featuring Kanye West. And honestly, Kanye West is the worst part, which is like big coming from me. Is just so good. It's a sample of a sample. It's a sample of a John Lennon song that John Lennon sampled. Crazy deep dive. It's a sample of a Donny Hathaway song. The Donny Hathaway song is Someday We'll All Be Free. Or sorry, that's the album. The song is Jealous Guy. Super deep cut. But like I downloaded the sampled version, so like Jealous Guy by Donny Hathaway, and that's been on repeat because it's just really good. It's like a soul R&B song, and then also Dreaming of the Past, just really good, just so catchy. And if we weren't gonna get banned off of iTunes and Spotify, I would play it for everybody right now, but you can just feel free to play both those songs after the podcast. But yeah, how about you, Alvin? What's a song that's been stuck in your head recently?
I haven't had like a song stuck in my head. However, with the weather warming up, I've had a genre that I've been like just heavily, maybe 2 genres, I guess, because one's like Afro beats, just because like I find Afro beats just scream summer, and it always like the beat, most songs the beat for Afro beats is just very cheerful, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. Like it's very upbeat.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's either Afro beats and then a mixture of throwing some dancehall in there, just because like you know summer
Okay.
vibes, and I'm just trying to bring the summer vibes into May because I feel like it's gonna snow one more time before June or something because like
100%.
that's how it's been. You know what I mean? Like
Million%.
so on the sunny days like today was beautiful. I wore shorts and
Nice.
shit. I was like, let's go for a walk, Max, because I want to wear shorts outside.
Okay.
And like yeah, yo, I just been bumping like some Afro beats and shit. Like I've been doing like Thames, David, like Dave, WizKid, like all those guys, and it's just been chill, you know, like
Dave.
Ooh, Dave.
Davido or Davido, that guy. I don't know how to pronounce it,
Ooh.
but Burner Boy. I apologize.
Burna Boy.
So
Don't
just,
disrespect
you know,
Burna Boy. Like, don't add the hard R. What are you doing?
I'm Canadian. I'm just joking.
Yeah. Burner.
Burner.
Hey, y'all listen to Burner Boy?
He's hot. Am I right?
Horrible.
Burna Boy. I don't know any.
Burna Boy.
I don't know any of those people you listed, but I'll have to look into them after this. I've heard of Dave. Dave, the guy from England.
Mhm.
Yeah, I only
He's
know
coming
him
for Rolling
yeah,
Loud.
that's the only reason I know who he is because he's headlining or he's performing one of the
Saturday, I
headlining.
think he's headlining Saturday.
One of the days at Rolling
Yeah.
Loud Toronto, which is
And then
pretty cool.
WizKid is headlining Sunday, which is the day I really want to go to because I'm a huge fan of WizKid. However, I looked at ticket prices, and there's no way I'm going. So
Did they come out
Yeah.
already? Did they
I
release
think
tickets?
they pre-sold or like
Oh,
pre-ordered tickets on the 24th ish
Okay.
of April. And I looked at the prices, man, and then you have to pay for each day, obviously, or like there's a big package.
Mm.
But it's like even just like I guess the grass or like floors
The lawn,
or whatever kind
yeah.
of lawn tickets were just crazy.
Really? I'm surprised they chose that venue. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
This is a huge tangent for anybody who isn't from Toronto. We'll try and explain it as best as we can. But it's Molson Budweiser Stage is what it's now
Yeah.
called. It's an outdoor amphitheater style venue, some seated area, and like a lawn at the back, which is general admission.
Mhm.
They did OVO Fest there for several years,
Yeah.
and even for that, it felt like it was a small venue because it doesn't fit a whole lot of people. Like you can fit way more people inside of like a Scotiabank Arena, for example. Felt like it would have made a lot more sense for them to do like a Rolling Loud at Downsview Park. That's where I thought it was gonna be.
Huge. That place is
Yeah.
That's where they do like Veld Fest, like the EDM. That's
Yeah.
where they do Veld is Downsview Park.
Mhm.
And that's what I thought they were going to do for Rolling Loud because then you can have like more than one stage and stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit because they did say Rolling Loud Toronto did say Ontario Place, not only Molson Amphitheater. So there
Mhm.
is a chance that maybe they set up other stages around Ontario
And
Place.
you're just walking around.
Maybe.
And you could just like walk around the grounds,
That'd be
maybe.
cool.
But yeah, I was
Is it
surprised.
like a full day thing? Like I've never been to a
Yeah, it's like a full
Rolling
like
Loud.
I know that like OVO Fest was just like an evening thing.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
regular, like maybe a little bit longer than a regular concert. These like festivals are like all day. They'll go from like noon to like midnight.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. I'm old
Ooh.
now, so
Yeah. So you go
I
all
hear
day and
that.
just like walk from stage to stage and just like
Yeah.
hang out the whole day, or you go and like you pick a couple people you want to see and just time your visit to
Yeah.
to that.
True.
that's cool. I'm happy stuff like that's happening again though, because like
Yeah.
it's I need it. Like
I'm just happy it's happening in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like it's a really cool thing that Toronto's getting because usually it's
Yeah.
only in Miami. There's only ever been in Miami. They do it every year. So
yeah,
it's cool that they're putting it in Toronto.
yeah. I feel like all the artists need money, so that's why they're doing it. So it's like, you know, let's go everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I'm down.
Also
Toronto
that,
for sure.
yeah, 100%. Harry Styles just announced a tour. He's coming to Toronto in
Ooh,
August.
I'm down.
Ooh,
a good
Harry
one.
Styles.
Harry
Big-
Styles is dope.
Big Harry Styles guys. Elton John is coming in September. I'm actually going to that. Very
Nice.
excited.
That's dope, bro.
His
That's cool,
farewell
man.
tour. It's the last tour ever for Elton John.
Ooh.
Catching
Yeah,
him
I
just
looked
in
at
time.
tickets for that for my parents, and
Mm.
those were expensive too.
I was
like,
luckily able to get them on the pre-sale, but like I think I bought them in like October.
yeah,
And the concert is in September of this year. It
September
might have
this
even been
year.
earlier. It might have been like a full year out. Like it was like a long time in advance. But like it's at the Rogers Center, Skydome. So that's huge
Ooh,
venue.
that's ample
That's
ample
huge.
space
Yeah,
for sure.
massive venue. So it's gonna be
That's
really,
crazy.
really cool.
Yeah,
Very excited.
Jeez, that's dope, man.
Yeah. Anyway, now we got a huge tangent. Joel,
This is
what's a song that's been stuck in your head?
Shit. Speaking of Elton John,
ooh.
Oh,
no, I don't know. This is the past, I guess, I don't know, just to hype up, like Jomar for the past, I guess, the weekend and stuff like that. We've been blasting a lot of like Queen,
Let's
especially
yes.
go.
Bohemian
Big.
Rhapsody and stuff, just to
Yeah.
like hype them up, like the hype train, because they took the gold.
Hell yeah, baby.
Out
Yeah,
in
buddy.
the OBA provincials, shout out Jump Basketball for taking it. But yeah, man, Bohemian Rhapsody, especially Bohemian Rhapsody. Y'all might know it from like Wayne's World and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that stuff like it's just a banger. Sing it all the time. You don't even have to listen to the tune. It just comes to you naturally, and yeah, it just hypes you up all the time. But yeah, that's been stuck in our heads for the past, like, I don't know, probably week or so. So, but yeah, man, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
That might be one of the best songs of all time, ever. Any
True.
genre, just songs of all time. Just saying it.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to come for me, please do in the Joel's DMs.
Jules DM. Kaya would like to combat that with Four Town, Nobody
Ooh.
Like You.
Oh yeah, big
Nice.
Four
Yo,
Town
that
guy.
if you want to talk about
Yeah.
like a song on repeat, that's been on repeat in my car whenever guys in the whip.
Good
So,
song.
I know the words to that song now. I beatbox while she sings, so it's
Oh,
great.
Okay.
yeah.
They're coming to Toronto too, man. Fuck, I
I'm
don't remember.
down. I don't
Yeah.
care how much it costs. We're going.
That's
I
it.
don't remember the line from the movie. Damn it. That's Toledo, not Toronto. Good movie. If you haven't watched Turning Red on Disney Plus yet,
Red.
if you're from Toronto and haven't watched Turning Red, you're making a big mistake. You need to reevaluate your life.
Facts, bro.
They
Yep,
not filmed. They centered a Disney Pixar movie in Toronto. That's so cool.
That's crazy,
awesome.
bro.
So freaking cool. Like I remember even just when they were doing trailers, like, and they were just coming out in like movie theaters and stuff. And there's the one scene where you see the CN Tower. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Hold on.
hold the phone here. All right, we've talked about literally everything, and the podcast hasn't even started yet. So let's move on into some sneaker content, shall we? We are back. We took a little bit of time off. I got sick last week, but we've got a great show for you all this week. We're starting with a follow-up to a fire round that we received a few weeks ago, and then we're jumping right into a diverse selection of pairs in This Week in Kicks. After that, we have some very sad news to share about one of the greatest names in the sneaker world. Very, very sad news. And finally, we're going to close things out with a little discussion on diversity. Do we need more diversity in places and silhouettes that receive collaborations? And maybe even how shoes are released in general. Let's talk about it. But first, Joel.
Fire round.
Whoa, he's been charging that one up for 2 weeks. Damn.
It's been waiting, yo.
Like a
It's been waiting.
kamehameha, like just like holding, or a spirit bomb, just like holding it there. Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from good friend of the show, Nate Flip.
Yo.
Good friend of the show. I will give. Oh, see, we said there's a cliffhanger this week. He may or may not be on the show with us next week. So there,
you'll have to find out on episode 1.2.
Boom, boom, boom. Episode's over. Close it. Turn it off. Yeah, from Nate Flip. He says, "What's a pair that you went the extra?" So a couple weeks ago we talked about like going the extra mile for shoes. And he wants to know, what's a pair that you went the extra mile for, but you were underwhelmed or you regretted taking that extra mile once you got it?
Ooh.
So that's a big one. And this could be just something that essentially something you regretted, something that didn't live up to how it would be in your mind. Whatever that may be. I'll go first while you guys think. And obviously regret doesn't happen at the time. Obviously, then it wouldn't be regret. Then you wouldn't do it. It happens later down the road. And something that I can think of is, I think it was on my first ever trip to New York. I went to Flight Club, New York, before StockX, before Go, before consignment stores, before anything. We're talking like 2013, like no market valuation aside from like prices on things that are in like Soul Collector forums or on Kijiji or whatever. Walked into Flight Club and saw something I had only ever heard about, never even seen it in person. The Galaxy Rookie, not the Foamposite, the Rookie. Came out like the year after the Foamposite collection. It was like a follow-up to that, back when anything with foam on it was really cool. Everyone loved rookies, Zoom rookies back then.
Yep.
Went in, was like starstruck by a sneaker and bought them for way too much money. Obviously because it was Flight Club and we know how Flight Club's prices are.
Yeah.
So at the time and for several years was like really, really jazzed up on them. Obviously loved having them. And then in 2019, they came out again for whatever reason, for no reason. They just were like, yeah, we're going to re-release this shoe randomly. Like not with the Foamposite, not even for All-Star Weekend. They just dropped this shoe randomly. And it was one of those things that like that kind of devalued my sentimental value towards the shoe because it made them feel less special. They're still very special. There's still a story attached to them. I still have them, all that kind of stuff. But like the sentimental and specialness that I felt for that long was like just diminished because I saw them. I was like, why are these here and why are they coming back out? There was no reason. There was no story. It was just like, here's the shoe. And I think that's just a shoe that like Nike didn't ever need to bring back. There was no reason for that. Like, it's not like Zoom rookies were making a comeback. Like they were not, they never will.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they brought them back. And I was just like, meh. Now I'm kind of just like impartial towards them. Again, we'll still keep them forever because there's a really good like sentimental value there still. But yeah, it's something that now I'm just like, I could have just waited 7 years and got them for retail, 200 and whatever Canadian dollars, as opposed to don't even want to say the price that I paid in USD. Alvin, what about you? Something that you maybe went a little bit hard for, and then when you got it, you were like, dang it, maybe I didn't need to go this hard.
This is such a good question because
a great question.
Yeah.
It makes you, it kind of tries to make you think all the way back, but like my memory is horrible. So going all the way back, I won't even remember anything. But to be honest, I can't think of anything right now that I can say I regret. Just because with my personality type, like I do a lot of research before I make a big purchase. So if I were making a huge sneaker purchase, it would be like me being certain of it. You know what I mean? Like, but like, and then like purchasing stuff, I've this whole time I've been like, yo, what have I regretted picking up recently? Or like even like in the past.
It doesn't have to be recent. Like there's, I mean, we've all gotten rid of, in the time that we've been collecting sneakers, we've gotten rid of so many pairs. Like just downsizing or like moving on from stuff or like whatever, right? So like it doesn't necessarily have to be like recent. It doesn't have to be like this massive regret. It's just like you remember jumping through hoops for something and you don't even have it anymore. Like that to me in my mind is like I'm sure I have stories like that too. I would regret that. Like I didn't need to go line up for a shoe or like pay resale for a shoe or like drive an hour for a shoe and then to not even have it to this day. Like it just seems silly.
I mean, we did that thing with the Bread Ones that dropped in 2017. Was that it? Like we lined up outside in the cold. Was it? I think wasn't even all of us.
Oh, I didn't go. That was like 2013.
It was like me and Kuya Joel, maybe.
I think
we lined up at Lace when Lace was still at Burlington.
Friend of the show, Anna Bedionis was there as well.
Yeah, Anna was there. Phil was there. Sky was there.
Oh,
a good chunk of people. Yeah. And then like I didn't end up getting pairs or a pair at all. But then I ended up like getting a hookup from my brother Spooner at the Nike employee store. But like all that hassle for that sneaker, and
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
lot.
have that. I kept my '09 like DMP pack ones,
Mhm.
and I ended up getting rid of those ones for I think another pair of shoes. But
Yep. See, that's
yeah,
a good
there you
Yeah.
go.
that's a good answer.
Thanks,
That's a
Lawrence.
good one.
No problem, buddy.
Just
Just
need to talk it out, man.
sometimes you got to talk through. You know, that's why
Talk it out.
it's kind of like what do you do on a podcast? Fun fact. So I work with Anna now, and for some reason, a story she always tells when it's like her and I, like, because we have meetings with like, I don't know, potential partners or whatever, and she'll always tell the story of me and Lawrence in 2013 lined up in the winter for bread ones, and I'm like, I was
wasn't
not
me.
there. Yeah, I was not. And it's not even like it was like one time. She does this like every couple months. She tells this and every single time I have to be like, I wasn't even there. I literally was not even present.
Me and Queen, it's the wrong Canada Got Soul, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember her there.
Maybe I'm more Filipino than I
Yo,
thought.
it was cold, bro. It was cold that
Yeah.
day. Oh,
I know. I've heard about it a lot. Yeah. So
From
much so
Anna.
that I feel like I was there.
According to Anna, you were.
Yeah, according to
Yeah.
we need to get her on at some point because we've had Snipper Phil on, but we've actually never had Anna on the podcast, and she's been a friend of the show for quite some time. So we need to get her on some point in the next couple months. We will do that. All right, Joel, you've had ample time to think. Anything that you regret buying, that you've went through hoops for and gotten rid of since you got it, all that kind of stuff. Anything you regret?
All right. Remember when? Okay, we all went through this because it was at our first sneaker event that we had, and our table was full of them. We all went through that Foamposite.
Yeah,
all
buddy.
of us.
Foamposite
buddy.
1, Foamposite Pros. Anyone.
Oh yeah.
I remember going to ISS and buying them because we couldn't get them up here.
Yeah.
In Canada, and then didn't they come up here though?
At some point, they started releasing up here.
They started coming up here. Yeah. Because I remember we were like, "Oh, we gotta get these. We gotta get these." I was always after the Royals. I could never get the Royals, but I got the eggplants.
Yeah.
I got the pine greens. I got all these, and then all of a sudden, like I couldn't wear them because they would hurt my feet, and it was like they became just like something to show on our on our freaking on our sneaker whenever we do these events, it would just be on the table because I would never be able to wear them. But yeah, man, we all went through that phase. Like even when I went to New York for the first time in 2011, I bought like 2 pairs down there, and they were like one ended up being traded for a grill, and then the other one I had like the cough drops. I had those, like the black with the red. Man, like we all went through that phase, like all of us, and I guess because they were never accessible to us, like the Canadians, you know what I mean? So that's why we just had to have them. But yeah, man, it's one of those regrets of buying. But it sort of we flipped them, so easy.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, man. But yeah, Foamposite 1, Foamposite Pros, whatever.
I had so many foams. Oh my god.
For real, man.
Probably 10 pairs of Foamposites. And retail on those bad boys was like $280, $300.
Yeah.
That's like $3,000 in retail on Foamposites.
That's crazy,
man. Yeah, Foamposites were crazy back when baggy sweatpants and baggier jeans were in. Oh yeah, yeah. Roots pants with no cuff and some Foamposites.
Good old days, man.
Oh yeah.
It's back though. Just rock those pants again. You're good. You're cool now.
Yeah, they're
cool. It's true. Yeah, it's true. My hiked up pants are not cool anymore. Yeah, I've lost it apparently.
I'm still wearing hiked up pants though.
Me too. Yeah. Look like a baseball player 24/7. All right. Well, we are like dragging everything out, and I kind of love it. But if you would like to submit a question for their fire round, thank you, Nate Flip. See you next week. ? If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagodsolo@gmail.com. Next up is the CGS picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked phrase.
Super cute.
That's right. No accent or different language today.
No, Not today.
Not
It's
today.
episode 1 of season 2. Gotta keep it tame, you know?
That's very
For all
true.
the
Yeah.
new listeners of season.
You don't want to scare all the the people who just picked it up.
Well, season 2, these guys must be good.
Wow. Maybe that's the idea. Like instead of saying 200 episodes, if we say 2 seasons, it sounds so much more important. Yeah, we're 2 seasons deep.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
I don't feel as accomplished. 200 episodes is yeah. No. We're keeping it at 201 for sure.
It's just too hard to keep track of. Like then,
yeah, man.
Like, do you then also keep track of your total episodes if you're doing season 4, episode 5? This, by the way, is not meaning to be a shot at the only podcast that I know that does seasons, which is the Sneaker Podcast. I just actually another friend of the show's podcast, Kicks at the Castle. They also, I think they just started season 2. I want to know, do they still keep track of total episodes? Because if so, what's the point of the seasons? I just don't get it. Let us know. No shots. No one's taking a shot at your stupid way of keeping track of episodes. No one. Just want to know. Seasons. What are you, a calendar? My pick this
calendar.
Week. Next up, autumn. My pick this week is, so it was recently revealed. It was kind of rumored for a while, and it's coming off the heels of a pair that I regret passing on so much. And I think that all 3 of our significant others own a pair. The Starfish one, low.
Yeah.
Really, really wish I owned that shoe. It's coming out in a high cut now. Alan's saying, So it was revealed a couple days ago. It looks like it's going to be a women's release. It was kind of like teased because Jordan Brand just signed a WNBA athlete, Isabel Harrison. And in the picture of her announcement, she's like holding the shoe up to her ear. A couple things are concerning about the shoe for me, but otherwise I think it's a go. The main thing is the black collar. Obviously, if it was a white collar, it would just be the shattered backboard 2.0 though. So I get it. Like they can't just release the shoe again. Yeah. Secondly, in this article, it says that apparently the heel collar is like a canvas or something. So I don't know how I feel about that. Thirdly, it looks like the wing might be similar to like the Rookie of the Year, where it like could be floppy if there's no lace through it. It looks like it's not connected. So it looks thin when it's connected, which makes it look cheap. I need to see better photos. I need to know what the material of the heel is, because if I got them, I would strongly consider just making it white. Because another shoe that I significantly regret passing on is the shattered backboard 2.0 or reverse shattered backboard, whatever you want to call it. I do really like the shoe. I love that our good friend of the show, Isabel Harrison of the WNBA, just got signed to Jordan Brand. Congratulations. Snap. I'm going to call them cute for now because there's a lot of like question marks about this release. But otherwise, I mean, an orange Jordan 1. Cannot complain. Nope. I'm gonna go with just cute for now. Alvin, you said was that a good or a bad like what was the
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's just it's just
you sound unsure. Is that what it is? It's an unsure
Yeah, because I mean you're calling it Starfish to build the hype over it, obviously.
Yeah,
but like I don't know, man. I feel like if you should keep, I don't know, whatever. It's just I'm not. I don't like it. I'll just say I don't like it.
I will say
that's okay because it's a women's colorway and I can't purchase it anyway.
There you go.
But yeah, meh.
I will say that I feel like the sneaker culture got away with one by them not calling the Starfish lows the shattered backboard lows.
Yeah.
Because if it was somehow dubbed the shattered backboard low, they would be even impossibler trademark to get. Yeah. So, I mean, calling this the Starfish high rather than shattered backboard 4 or whatever the heck we're on is definitely going to help.
But even the orange looks a little bit more brown than
it does.
Orange. You know what I mean? Like it's a different shade than
it's hard to tell if it's like a filter, but I know what you mean. It's definitely like a almost burnt or like Oompa
Yeah.
Loompa orange.
Oompa
Ooh. If they called it
Loompa.
the Oompa Loompa, I'd be like, yo, those are
Is it
dope.
if
Come
that on the
on,
collar
son.
is brown instead of
Yeah.
black?
Yeah. And you
Yo,
The
if they called
Oompa
it the Oompa
Loompa
Loompa,
Jordan
bro,
1,
God,
silver.
that would see the naming
sick.
does a lot. Naming
Yeah,
does a lot. If you called it the Oompa Loompas, I'd be like, yo, those are sexy.
I
But
yeah,
was
because you're
in.
calling them the starfish is
man. It's
meh.
it's
Throw some
Mm.
brown round laces on these bad boys.
Gee,
Call them the
God.
Oompa Loompa Jordan 1. It's over. It's a
Jordan
wrap.
1 SB?
Boom.
Jeez. Get out of
Ooh,
here.
Boom. You're welcome,
God.
everybody. Consider yourselves influenced.
There you go.
All
Sick.
right. Moving on. Joel, what's your pick for us this week?
Okay, surprise, surprise. My pick is the Nike Air Force One Low Bronx Origin.
Mm.
To celebrate the 40th anniversary. It's a part of the anniversary edition series that they're going to be dropping. This one is the Bronx Origins special. It's you know, it's paying homage to like the Bronx, the birth of hip hop, and the Air Force One coincides together with the birth of hip hop and stuff like that. Um, Clean shoe, very clean. Uh, White upper, black swoosh, your typical Air Force One. Looks like they're going with like some primo leather. They threw on some fat, chubby laces on there as well, just to bring it back to the 80s or 70s if you want to call it. They got special branding on the tongue, Nike Air Force One Anniversary Edition tab. On the heel tab, they got Air Force One in sort of like a I'm gonna say it's like a Grandmaster Flash kind of
Mhm.
font.
Yep.
You can see it nowadays on, like, even Kanye adapted it on his touring. Like
Yep.
that kind of font style is on the heel tab. It's also on the bottom of the shoe. You got clear translucent shoe. So your left foot says Bronx and the other side says Origins. Um, a lot of details, special brand, like on the sock liner on the insole. It's got like a sort of like a record saying Bronx
Yeah, that's dope.
Origins.
Yeah.
Even the Dubrays, like one side is 1973, which is like the birth of hip hop, which happened, like, DJ Kool Herc dropped it like in his basement jam in 1973, and that was sort of like the birth of hip hop. From that point in 1982 is on the other Dubray on the other shoe, and that's pretty much the start of, like, Nike, or probably like the Air Force One,
Yeah.
in particular. So, but yeah, man, a lot of detailing, a lot of history, a lot of storytelling in this shoe. Even though it's your plain white and black Air Force One, there's a lot of storytelling here. But yeah, man, really like this shoe. Hopefully, I can get a pair. These are like super super cute.
Yeah.
And
These
you
like
know me,
scream you.
man, Air Force Ones, man, especially the lows too. But yeah, super super duper cute.
Like a
But yeah, man.
clean white Air Force One with the pebbled leather, black
Yeah.
swoosh,
Mm-hmm.
and details. Joel is done. It's over
Yeah.
for him.
It's a wrap, man.
It's donezo. Super donezo.
Yeah.
The quality looks very good on the shoe.
Yeah.
I
I like
love
that font though. That font is like,
this like century gothic or whatever it's called.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
like,
life of Pablo
yeah,
font. Yeah.
like I see it, like when I see it on the back of like Rocksteady Crew on their jackets,
Yeah.
on their track jackets, on the B-boy jackets. But yeah, like it's like, I don't know. It's a must for me, but
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe I can't get it. We'll see. We'll see.
We gonna get it. We all gonna get it.
Uh-huh.
All right. And closing out our diverse selection here, Alvin, what have you got for us?
I got the Adidas X Disney Forum Low in the with the Stitch Ohana vibes to him. So
Uh-huh.
for those of you who don't know, Stitch is one of my absolute favorite Disney characters, slash that movie is one of my favorite movies ever in life. And when I saw this, I got super amped, but I kept scrolling down. I'm hoping it's like a unisex sneaker. But I feel like the girl who's posted on Sneaker News looks super duper young, so it might be just like a kids exclusive too,
Looks like a kid's shoe.
which saddens me a little bit. But it's a predominantly sale. I want to say sale.
Yeah.
Sale sneaker, including the midsole and the outsole. And then you have like a little, Stitch figurine near the heel there, / the right of the foot. And then even on the tongue, there's also a Stitch there as well, but he's looking towards the trefoil, which is pretty freaking dope.
It's cute.
Yeah.
And then the only accents are the 3 stripes, and then the border around the tongue as well. They call it hazy green,
Nice
which
color.
is cool. I really like that color. Very stitchy, like Hawaii vibes.
Very Hawaii vibes.
Yeah, these are super cool, man. And then the super summer vibes, just because predominantly sale sneaker, match with anything pretty much. And then just the stitch on the shoe just is perfect, and then a little Disney beside it, dude. So if they don't come out in like unisex sizing, I might have to copy these for like Kaya or P or the wifey, but
or all three.
They're so good, or all 3. We'll see. But yeah, these are super duper cute.
Love these.
Same,
dude. I'd probably cut the straps off though of all the sneakers, just because I find that if you have the strap on, it's gonna hide the tongue, and the tongue's one of the best parts too.
True.
That's
very
true. Yeah, man.
Especially with the detailing there. So, but yeah, these are super duper cute.
I like that on the tongue, the stitch that's like, it's like his silhouette looking away.
Yeah.
If you look at it, his head shape almost matches the shape of the trefoil logo.
I was looking at that. Yeah,
like his big ears and then like his head. I think that's probably why they did that. And that's like a really cool detail. Yeah, the colors on even if they weren't a Disney Stitch collaboration, like the colors are just great. Yeah.
Colors are awesome. Yeah.
Like that green accents like the sail so well. Do you notice that the girl is wearing like a Stitch tracksuit too?
Yeah, I saw that.
Stitch Adidas tracksuit.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, and it's like got like
So good.
it's got like buttons. It looks almost more like a cardigan, almost not quite like a track jacket.
Yeah,
super
so good. And that leather is looking nice, bro. Like
it is.
Facts, yo.
Damn. Oh well, the girls are gonna get it then. Whatever, it's fine.
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't say that it's a kid's release, so like
no, it does. That's why I'm hoping it's like unisex, like full family size run.
Yeah,
and then all 4 of us can get it. But whatever, it's fine.
That'd be fire
That'd be
flames.
Cool,
Disney kicks, bro. We're going to Disney soon, right? CGS in Orlando.
Gang.
Canada got to Orlando or something.
That was best name ever. Yeah. Best group chat name ever. Canada got to Orlando. Yep.
Canada got to Orlando.
Top tier group chat name. Next up, This Week in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And as mentioned previously, there was a tragic passing of one of the sneaker culture's goats last week. So again, last week, the sneaker world lost one of its most, one of its most iconic names. And it honestly may be a name that most people are not even really familiar with. He kind of stayed out of the limelight. But so his name is Peter Moore. And his resume is just like insanity, like incredible. So first and foremost, the man behind the Air Jordan 1, which is like good enough for most people's entire careers, but also behind the Nike Dunk. And if that wasn't enough, also behind the Jumpman logo. And if that wasn't enough, also behind the Jordan Wings logo. And if that wasn't enough, also worked with the launch on the EQT line from Adidas, which is like one of their biggest rollouts ever.
On classics.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't enough, also the man behind the Adidas 3-stripe slanted logo. That's now on almost all their performance stuff. That man passed away on Friday of last week. That resume is crazy.
Yeah,
like, and it's not even just it's the fact that it's over 2 brands is what makes it even more incredible for me. But yeah, like along with like Tinker Hatfield, this guy like Peter Moore is probably one of, if not the most important people to sneaker culture, at least history wise. And like innovation wise, and like just being attached to important projects wise. So Yeah,
Mhm.
massive loss. Rest in peace. And condolences to his family. But yeah, lived a very long and prosperous life. So that's crazy.
Man.
Next up, previously in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. 2 weeks off once again, so hopefully we have something to report. We're gonna start with Alvin. Anything from you?
Yeah, the Under Armour Canada family hooked us up with not just one pair, but two pairs of the Curry Flow 9 X Sesame Street collab. Got the Cookie Monster pair and also the Oscar the Grouch pair. And along with that, they also blessed us with some crazy dope apparel. Um, yo, you guys already know I love that shoe. And Under Armour apparel is pretty dope, especially when it comes to basketball or any like working out gym apparel. So super thank you to the Under Armour fan for real. The colors are crazy. The details too are ridiculous on those. So I'm liking where Under Armour is going with all their pairs. And I'm excited, man. I wanted the Elmo pair, but I signed on to UnderArmour.ca too late and size 11 was already gone. So yeah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Yeah, shout out to them, man, for real.
Which one of the two is your favorite between Oscar the Grouch or Cookie Monster?
I'm gonna say Cookie Monster just because it pops.
Yeah.
And like you know how we are on the court, bro. Like even though we don't play like we should be wearing colorful shoes, we'll still rock the colorful shoes. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought you were gonna say we're monsters on the court. You know?
Cookie Monster.
Cookies.
Pre-COVID.
Cookies.
Num 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 num.
Eating up those rebounds, bro. Let's go.
Yo, that's
Come
it.
on. Anything else for you, Alvin? I don't want
to. No.
Nothing else for Alvin. All right, I'll piggyback off of that. I also got the same package. Crazy dope. I also prefer the Cookie Monster pair. I also love that they included a pack of Chips Ahoy cookies in the box. Like maybe the best part. Under Armour is very good with that. Like the details and the cute little things. I love what they've done with the Curry line. Like, just love it. Like my favorite pair of shorts right now, performance or otherwise, is a pair of Curry branded, like half nylon, half mesh shorts. Just like love the fit. Again, love what they're doing with the entire line. They're just crushing it. So yeah, shout out to Under Armour. And I too prefer the Cookie Monster pair for sure. Like the fuzzy tongue, bro.
Yeah, that chenille-ish
the
tongue.
Cookie Monster tongue, just great.
Sold.
So I also picked up a pair. This was a pick of mine recently in the CGS picks.
Okay.
And I said, if they're accessible, I'm probably going to get them. And that's the AJ1 KO in the Syracuse colorway.
Ooh.
Always did like the KO. Had never actually owned a pair after I had thought back. It was always just one of those things that I like put off. But had been like hunting, as mentioned, orange shoes. I actually don't own that many orange shoes. But I love wearing orange shoes. I don't think I only own like 2 pairs of orange shoes. And I was wearing like my Pata Monarchs like crazy because it's like the only orange shoe that was like just simple and plain to wear. And had been like looking for the Syracuse Dunk High for so long, and they weren't that expensive. I just didn't want to pay resale for them. So yeah, when these Syracuse KOs came up, I was like sold, super in. So super happy to have those. Very excited to crush those all summer with some shorts and crew socks and orange stuff. So yeah, that's it from me. Joel, what about you? Anything in the last couple of weeks?
No, that's a negative for me.
Too busy getting buckets in Ottawa.
Yeah,
getting that gold, yo.
Getting that gold. How that gold tastes like, yo.
You tell us, buddy.
Tastes like chicken, probably, yo.
It tastes like popcorn chicken.
It's like popcorn chicken.
Yo, but the amount of trash talking Jomar's been doing.
Jomar.
On the court?
Yeah, man. On the court.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Really?
Mouth moving and like
really
like on this, like guarding, like this one dude is like talking, I pulled him over like after the game, and I'm like, "Yo, you talking to that kid?" He's like, "Which one?" I'm like, "What do you mean, which one?"
Yo, he's a tough man's now, eh?
Damn.
Hey. Go through
Lockdown
puberty and you're
defense,
talking
bro. Yeah,
trash
man.
all the time now, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
man. Yo,
smokes.
I want to do a shout out though. I want to shout out Jasper, man, because he's been listening to the pod like lately, and yo, he's like, his son plays on the team too. Shout out Adam. But yo, we took it. We took it this weekend though, man.
Let's go, yo.
Let's
Fire.
go.
Shout out Jasper. What up,
Yeah,
Jasper?
Man. You.
Jasper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah.
That's not right. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And I couldn't remember if we did this one or not, so we're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
And it's thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs down this week to the Salehi Bembry Crocs Pollex. Joel.
Down.
Alvin.
I'm a up.
Down for me. Going down, yelling timber for me. Next up, NSR, not sneaker related. We talk about sneakers a lot. So in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of us not talking about sneakers this show to discuss something completely irrelevant to more not sneaker related content. And so I'll phrase my answer within the question. So it's all in one pretty package for everybody. But today we're recording this on Thursday, May 5th. Yesterday was Wednesday, May the 4th, better known to every single person in the world as Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Fun name. So my question is, other than sneakers, what is something that you nerd out about? What are you a nerd for? And I think everybody obviously knows that I really like shoes. Everyone also obviously knows that I really like Disney. But I've been into like Star Wars for most of my life. My dad is of the age where like he grew up with Star Wars, was like going to the movie theater to watch them in like the 80s or whatever, like live, like lining up at the theater and going to watch 6 times or whatever, because that's what they did back then, is just go watch Star Wars every day at the theater. So I was introduced to it pretty young and have just kind of been into it for most of my life. Kind of ironic now that Disney purchased them and like it kind of fused two of my things that I nerd out about. But yeah, Star Wars in general is like a big one for me. Really, really, really love the entire franchise. So yeah, something I really do nerd out about is Star Wars. Fun fact, when we were looking for a house, like when we were trying to buy a place, when we were looking like hardcore, probably like 40 days for pretty much 40 nights straight. I don't know why I did this. There's no reason for this. Pretty much every single night, specifically when we were looking for a house, I watched a different Star Wars movie every night. I don't know. No, literally no reason why. It's like 11 p.m. and I'm like, all right, time to put on Rogue One. And I'm like literally every single, not even in order. I would just like literally fire open Disney Plus and pick one and just like watch a Star Wars for like 40 nights straight. Just a different random, like not in order, like, oh, I'm going to watch episode 3 again, like every single day. So maybe it was bad luck now that I think about it because it took so long, but that's your fun fact for the day. Alvin, something that you nerd out about other than sneakers, or maybe something that people don't know you nerd out about.
Fuck, people already know I'm a zombie nerd, yo. Like, but aside from zombies, I'm really into like Lord of the Rings and like The Hobbit, that like movie series, because they're all connected and whatnot. So anything that has to deal with that, I'm good. Like I'll literally go. I don't go to the movies at all anymore, actually. But when they did go out in the movies, I would go to the movies. And I used to hella be nerd about like dance crews. So I would be like watching Brian Pooh's posts and like all those guys heavily when I used to like think I could dance. But yeah, that's it, man. Nothing too crazy.
It doesn't need to be crazy.
Yeah.
That's
just simple stuff,
Yeah, that's a good one. Joel, what is something that you nerd out about that is not sneakers?
Oh man. I used to nerd out a lot about baseball cards and stuff,
Oh.
collectibles and whatnot. Like I'm looking right now and I have a lot of newspapers that
Mm.
have been gathering up from like, time from, from when Michael Jackson passed to like, the Raptors winning the championship. And the
Mm-hmm.
most recent one was when Brian Espiritu had the front cover of
Yep.
Toronto Star. But yeah, I don't know.
Newspapers. That's
Yeah,
a very old school thing to collect. Very.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very
I
old
got
school
that. I
thing.
actually got that from my dad.
Yeah.
When they won the World Series and stuff like that. When
Mm.
the Jays won it back in '93. Well, went back to back. Let me take
Yep.
that back.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of collectibles I nerd out about. Anything that has a date and whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot of shit that I don't fucking know. I'm looking
Joel
around in my
Joel was like,
basement.
where do I start?
I know. But yeah, man, it's like I don't know, a lot of cleaning supplies for sneakers. But yeah, like I don't know, like a lot of stupid shit I nerd about it. So
Yeah, I think we all nerd out about stupid shit, so that's all right.
yeah,
Um,
man.
all right, on to our little mini main topic this week. Just kind of about diversifying, and not necessarily us diversifying, and not diversity in the typical sense. I mean diversifying from like a big brand standpoint, where it's like, does Nike need to diversify a little bit? Like, are they getting too one track minded? Are they getting too predictable? Is everything kind of feeling bland and the same? The answer to most of those is probably yes.
Mm.
So it's not kind of yes or no. It's just like how maybe is the question. But first and foremost, I don't know if I'm the only one feeling this. You guys can let me know. But do we need more diversity in stores that see sneaker collaborations? And I think that that's a big resounding yes. Like, I feel like every day is a Union drop. Like, or it
Yep.
seems like it's Union and AMM right now are just like
Yeah.
the little
Yeah.
like golden children of Nike Jordan. And like within the last year, how many different pairs has Union gotten? Like,
Yep.
it's crazy. And even just in their, not even in their lifetime, but if you go back within like the last 2 years, like 2 pairs of Jordan 1s, 4 pairs of Jordan 4s, 3 pairs of Dunks, 2 pairs of Cortez are coming, 2 pairs of Jordan 2s. Like, that's like what, a dozen pairs just from
Crazy.
Union. And then you do like AMM, and it's like they've
Yeah.
had a 1, a 2, and a 3 pretty much in a calendar year.
Mhm.
It's just past, I think, the time, or not even, or like approaching the time when the 3s came out last year. It feels like a lifetime ago. But yeah, the 3s just came out like last year. They've already had a 1 to follow it up, and the 2s are coming very soon. I saw a story today, super side tangent. The AMM 2 was supposed to come out next week, the Friday the 13th. Spooky.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thursday, whatever, Thursday or Friday, next week. And their store in Atlanta got broken into last night. I don't know if you guys saw that. Literally, people took sledgehammers to the wall in the back and made
What
like an
the hell,
opening
bro?
and broke
Yeah.
in. So I don't know if that's related, because they announced that the collection was delayed today and the thing happened last night. I don't know if it's related at all. Probably not, because I don't imagine they're fulfilling all those shoes through the store front anyways, but still crazy. But yeah, like it feels like it's Union and AMM right now.
Yeah.
And it just feels like bland, especially from a consumer who doesn't really have any connection to either brand. I know that a lot of people do, so I'm not hating on the fact that these stores are getting collaborations. Like, I think it's great. They're both like Black-owned businesses, which is fantastic, and they're getting representation, which is amazing. Don't take it away from them. I would just love to see some other stuff and diversify. Like, there was a time when it was like, and again, I don't necessarily have a personal connection to this brand. It was just nice to see something different. Was Nike Dunk Low SB Ben and Jerry's, where it's like completely different, makes no sense, but was so fun. Like, just literally like fun. So I think maybe that's where I'm coming from with this. I don't know. Be curious to get your guys' thoughts, because like, just feels like it's getting boring having the same 2, 3, or 4 stores getting collaborations. Maybe it's just the Canadian bias, like Give Livestock collab. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Very curious to hear what you guys think, though. We'll go with Joel first.
Yeah, man. It's like, just to reiterate what you said, like, give us something different, like something unexpected. The whole Ben and Jerry things was totally out of left field. Did not see that coming. And the packaging that it came in with, like, the special packaging that like, mind blowing. Give us something like that. Do a Union Adidas, or do a, what I mean, like, venture off into other brands, like,
Yeah, also that.
and get into that whole diversity kind of thing, and go from there. Like, I know that the Nike cuts you the checks, and you guys get,
Yep.
you guys hit bank on that, but give us something different. Like, you know what I mean? I like to see that kind of Union touch on, let's say, like on EQT or something, like something
Valid.
like, like Adidas, like something like, that's outdoorsy kind of thing. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Give me an AMM, and like in an Adidas as well. Like, give us some diverse, like, you know what I mean? And it's, I don't know, it's a shame that is just like you said, just one brand, and right now it's just being like stagnant right now, just being like man, or like how Cuzzo says, like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man.
I really like that. And I feel like that's a good way. Not that we need this to be done. Like, no one's asking for this to happen, but like, to weed out if you're like a one-hit wonder per se. Like, this is no shots at anything he's done with another brand.
Not at all. Yeah.
But Sean Wotherspoon, when he stopped with Nike, it was only one shoe. Nothing lived up to that Nike. The 97 one. Like the ZX 8000, right? It was an 8000.
Yeah.
The ZX 8000 was good. I'll give it a good. It wasn't great. It was good. The Asics I did not like. And the Super Turf, I think that's what it's called. The one with the outdoorsy looking one is okay. It's not as bad as some people think it is. I think it's okay. Like, it's easy. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say it's easy to sell out a Nike shoe, especially if you're doing something somewhat different or you have a big name. Like, that's just how it is. Like, literally anybody could sell a Jordan 1. Like, that's why I think when someone does this is part of the second question that we're going to get to, but I think that anyone could sell a Jordan 1. Like, literally, Canada Got Soul could design a Jordan 1, and it's a collab, and there's only 10,000 pairs, and it's going to sell out. Like, it's just a fact. So to Joel's point, like, show us what's up. Like, don't take the easy route. As from a brand standpoint, or as like a smaller independent brand standpoint, like, show the world that you could like knock anything out of the park. Like, show us you really don't miss. People saying like AMM don't miss because they did a really cool 1, 2, and 3. Bruh, who doesn't do a cool 1 or a 3? Like, literally, who doesn't do a cool 1 or a 3? It's so easy.
Yeah.
And I'm not a knock against anybody, because like, if Jordan Brand offered me a 1 or do you want a 1 or a 3 or an 8? I'm gonna be like, yeah, give me the 3, obviously. But like, show us what's up. Like, you've proved your point that like you can like move the needle. So like, I don't know, for me at least, I would want to take the challenge. And that's why I do kind of respect what Sean Wotherspoon did. He's like, let me try and move the needle elsewhere too. And like, there's that whole thing, like, did Nike drop Sean, or did Sean just walk away from it? Whatever. But like, he's trying it elsewhere. Like, he's trying to do what he did with Nike elsewhere. And a lot of that stuff sold out. So like, technically he did do what he wanted to do. Yeah, love that point, Joel. Alvin, what do you think?
I mean, let's be real. Nike's on the hype train, and they're going to stay on the hype train, and they're going to keep it that way. And that's why they're staying with Union, AMM, and Soulfly, even though Soulfly sneakers are ugly as fuck, and we all know every sneaker that they get is backdoored.
No, you're thinking of Trophy Room, not Soulfly.
Either way,
Soulfly is okay. Their shoes are still not the best.
Their shoes are still ugly though. You get a Jordan 1 low silhouette, and that's what the fuck you do with it. But okay, I'm not
They were better in
designer.
person, I will say that. But anyways, go ahead.
Sure. Maybe if you had beer goggles on or if you were high as fuck. Sorry, regular album's coming out because it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they definitely like I mean, I feel like Nike should give other brands / boutiques the chance to design their own sneaker. Granted, like, you know, if it doesn't do well, then obviously I get why you wouldn't do that again. But I mean, everyone deserves a chance. And then it's like, I'm a fan of all the AMM stuff, but there really isn't a difference from the 1 or the 2. It's literally the same colorway.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, are you really showing us how well you design? Because like the 3 and the 1, dope.
Yes.
I like the 2 still, but at the same time, it's like it's really nothing different from what you did with the 1.
Yep.
And then I can say the same thing about Union, even though it's different silhouettes and stuff. They're keeping the same color palette, which is cool. That's their branding. That's like their way of designing things. But like, I don't know, man. I could see AMM doing stuff with New Balance because I feel like that's kind of like a thing that they could do. That's why I got mad love for Teddy Santis, yo. Like, he went from doing like, you know, the ALDX New Balance to now everyone wants a GR New Balance just because he's attached to it.
That's
you know what
moving
I'm saying?
the needle. It's like the fact that it was like his name was not even attached to the shoe. Like a lot of people were calling them whatever, the 990 Teddy Santis or whatever. That's not what it was. It was literally just the Made in USA collection or whatever.
Yeah.
And he designed it. And people like freaked out. That's like you said, that's like diversifying. Like that's not like, okay, let's give AMM another 550, which they've had 100 of now. He's like, all right, bet. I won't even put my name on this. I'm just going to make a gray 990 that you've all seen before. And it's going to sell out because I designed it. Like that's influence. That's crazy. That's like showing what you got. And 100% agree. Million% agree.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's part of like the reason that Sean Wotherspoon, it feels like. So there's 2 sides to the Sean coin for me. It's like bravo for, he's done it now with 3 brands, like Asics, which is kind of like the oddball, which is kind of crazy, and Adidas and Nike. There's not a whole lot of people who can say that, which is really good. And all of them are sold out, and maybe except for the Super Turf, but they still do sell out at some point. But he did very much a similar thing on most of the shoes he did. Like the A6, the Gel Light 3 is basically the 97 one that he did with Nike, just with different colored corduroy. And the 8000, I think, also has corduroy on it. And the Super Turf is corduroy. It's kind of like, okay, Sean, can you do anything else? It like, again, it shows you like, prove yourself, right? Like, cool, you did it once. Like, if I ask you to do a flip and then I say do another trick, you don't just do another flip. Like that's the same trick. Or if you do a front flip and then do a back flip, I'm like, okay, anything that's not a flip, like, can you do something else? Yeah. And the answer from Sean was no. So similar to that, do we need more? See, and this one is a tough one too, because like, and we kind of touched on it. Like, do we need more diversity within the silhouettes that we see too? Like when it's a collaboration with Adidas ZX 8000 or 10,000, like something popular. When it's with Nike, it's a Jordan 1, or with Jordan, sorry, it's a Jordan 1, a Jordan 3, maybe a 4. It's Nike, it's a Dunk, Air Force. When it's A6, it's a Gel Light 3 or 5. Do we need more diversity there? But also, those aren't popular silhouettes. So, like, do I even want that? It's like such a double-edged sword where it's like, okay, that's enough Jordan 1 collaborations, but also, like I mentioned, I don't want a Jordan 8 collaboration though. Like, please, not that. So, like, where do you like find the balance of like, okay, we've had enough dunks, we've had enough, and maybe that comes with a new person putting their spin on the Jordan 1, and we're just sick of seeing Union, AMM, undefeated, whatever. Like Concepts on the Air Max 1, great example. They've never done an Air Max that I can think of, and they crushed it. I'm still not sure how I feel about these extendo rollout big packs that they keep doing with all these brands, but that's a whole different story. Like the 3 different Air Max ones was a little much for me because, like, how do you pick? But like, you give a fresh face, and Concepts has a long storied history with Nike that has never done an Air Max 1. So it feels different. It feels new. Maybe that's what you need. Give Union, like they're doing a Cortez, but it looks like ass. Give them something else. I don't know. I can't give them a Presto, like the Hello Kitty Presto. Give a Union a Presto. Like, let's expand it a little bit and see if they can. Like, again, that shows influence. That shows talent. If you can make an unpopular silhouette popular, now we're talking. Like now, like the Jordan 2 is not even fair because they've been pushing the Jordan 2 for 2 years now. Under our noses. Like it started with Virgil. You gave an off-white, like there was an off-white Jordan 2. Like any other Jordan 2 was going to sell out naturally after that. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, again, I think it's a double-edged sword. So I'm very curious. It's like, do we just want to keep seeing Jordan 1s and 3s because we love them, or is it just getting bland? Alvin, what do you think?
Oh, man.
Because you won't wear anything that's not a Jordan 1 or 3. From Jordan,
no,
at least.
straight up. Yeah, no, that's facts. But at the same time, it's like you said, man, like these are all already hyped silhouettes. You know what I mean? So it's like, am I really impressed with how you do your shit, or are you really good at your stuff, or are you just like a hype machine like Nike is? Anyway, I mean, I would love, someone to do. Like, I loved how CDG did the 180s back in the day. Yes. Even though they were super overpriced, in my opinion. But it was an unloved silhouette, and they murdered it. They did that sneaker justice, and how they color blocked, how they did everything with that sneaker, they killed it. And if I could afford them, I would have caught them.
Great example. Even the foam, doing a foam posit in 2022 or 21 when they came out, bold move. And they sold out. Or for the most part, a bunch more than should have sold because it was a $500.
Yeah, more than should have. Yeah.
But yeah, good point. CDG.
CDG did their thing. Like they also did like an Air Max 95, I believe. So it's like if you can prove yourself in that way, I'm about it. I believe you for sure. But like, come on, man, do something different, bro. And like Kuya Joel said, like branch off to a different brand to see if you have that same effect with that brand.
Yes.
To see if your loyal, quote unquote, loyal people are actually loyal and will fuck with you with whatever you bring out, right? So it's like, prove it, yo.
Facts.
Sure.
Put numbers on the board with fucking Hoka or whoever.
Ooh, I like Hoka though. Give me like a hiking sneaker. Yo, if Livestock did a Hoka hiking sneaker, I'm about it. I'm copping that.
Same.
I'm like so close to being on the Hoka train. I was looking at Hoka slides today because I've heard they're very, very good. It's like a Hoka sole, but it's just a slide.
Yeah, and I've heard their outsoles are premium. So
they're so chunky that I don't know if I can do it, like except for hiking. But like Bodega just did a Hoka, like it was clean. Like there's
Bodega, yo.
They're getting. I love Bodega. That's a brand again. All over the map doing collaborations and just
with everything, New Balance,
everything,
New Hoka, Vans, everybody,
Burks,
come on, Mans, everybody.
I'm down for a Canada Got Soul Burke.
I'm down for a Canada Got Soul anything. Let's go. A Jordan 1. We'll sell out a Jordan 1. Like, we're just like AMM. We're just
Jordan
like
1 lows. Let's go.
Just like AMM.
We're just like Union. We could sell a Jordan 1. Let's go. Joel, what do you think? Do we need, again, super double-edged sword because like we're not going to actually want a Jordan 9, but do we need more diversity? Like, is that how you prove yourself when you're doing collaborations? What do you think here?
Facts, man. Like you have to like, just like you said, you got to diverse, man. You got to delve into different silhouettes and you got to, like Cuzzo said, you got to show who's going to support you and whatnot. And chances are you're probably going to bang it out the park too with the other silhouettes. So I don't know, man. Just give me something more. Give me something different than a 1 and a 3, especially a 1. Like, I liked how they did a dunk low. Talking about Union.
Yep.
That was pretty dope. But then again, it's like dunk low, Jordan 1, similar. Give me something give me something different. I just want, you already know me, man. Like silhouettes and like, what's a garden when all the flowers look all the same?
Wow.
Damn,
Wow.
You know what I'm
cuz.
saying? And it's like
Damn,
if you get it
cuz.
in like different kind of
Wow.
flowers, what it's still a garden, right?
Damn.
Boom. That's it right
That's
there.
some poetry, dog.
Yo, give them a Jordan
Damn.
14 and see if they can do as well as a Lily May did.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm
That's the-
saying? Like,
Facts,
That's
yo.
the weird thing I don't get though, because like Union probably could sell a Jordan 13.
Mhm.
Realistically, they have the clout now. They probably could sell a Jordan 13, but they don't give it to them. Someone who does do that a lot actually is Adidas. Like if they're doing when they do those big packs and they have like a big collaborative name, they don't typically give you only hype silhouettes. They'll throw in like the Dragon Ball Z pack, for example.
yeah.
There was like some random ass silhouettes that they don't
Yeah.
even make anymore that they included
Mhm.
in that pack to get you to buy it because they want you to buy another one later on.
Yeah.
It's just weird that they don't do that from like Nike's perspective.
They're too scared, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I
It's
mean?
just
Or they already have a timeline for what shoe they want to hype up next, and it's
Yeah.
just not that sneaker yet. So this year will probably be the 8 because we keep mentioning it, and the Aqua 8 is probably
Just
going
wait.
to retro.
I still got a pair back
You
there.
heard it here first. Aqua 8 is probably going to come retro soon,
Mhm.
and they're going to start making the 8 hype again. They're going to retro the OVO 8s,
Ooh,
and I'm just talking shit, but
damn, you
It's
heard
just-
it here first.
you know what I mean? Like it's just it's
Yeah.
not on their hype list yet, and it's like as soon as it does, that's what we're going to see from AMM, Union, Undefeated, and all those stores. We're going to see those silhouettes just because they want to hype it up again. So
Yeah, there's Nike definitely does the they have an agenda. They have a schedule.
yeah, man.
They're
Yeah.
very good with their schedule. Like everything that's hype has a place. All the stuff we're talking about has a place. Nike knows that AMM and Union are starting to get like drowned out. Like, we're like getting sick of it. And soon someone else is going to swoop in and be the
Mhm.
new Union or AMM. This is again not a knock on them. This is probably just mostly my ignorance. Had not heard of AMM before the Jordan 3.
Same.
Yeah, I'm
They-
sure everyone can say the same thing.
They had an Air Force One collaboration that was like super dumb limited like a year before. But before the Jordan 3, I had never heard of AMM. And now
Nope.
biggest store on the planet, if you ask any sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, like, it's just a matter of time before they pluck some other brand or like company or collaborator from somewhere. And they're like, all right, this is cool now. Let's go.
you're cool now. Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what they do. They invented Travis Scott, like, and his whole thing. Like, they did
Mhm.
that with like dunks. Like, that's
Yep.
the reason is Travis Scott and Nike planting fucking crazy SBs with Travis Scott for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden,
Yep.
there you go. Like, this was written in this. It's all written in the stars.
It's all a plan, guys.
It's all a plan. It's
Yep.
all a plan. I had a little bit more, but we've been running pretty long today, which is good because we've been
Yeah.
we've been
We
on
gotta
one
catch up
today.
on the 2 weeks, man.
We do got to catch up on the 2 weeks. I'm gonna close it out with a non-sneaker related question again. Did you guys watch the finale of Moon Knight? Have
I
you guys
haven't even
watched
started it
Moon
yet.
Knight?
I gotta start it
Oh,
still.
I haven't even started the season. of Moon Knight.
Dang. It's well, luckily for you guys, it's now done, and it's only 6 episodes.
Okay.
there
Disney
you
Plus
go.
loves to do that with their Marvel series. Only 6 episodes. So easy watch, 30-minute episodes. You'd be done in a couple hours. Easy. Watch it tonight. It's only 9
Yeah.
p.m. Maybe not Joel because he has to work at
No,
night.
I sleep at my clock shuts off at
Yeah.
10:30.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Big fan. And Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange movie, comes out today.
Ooh.
And just
I
like
want to watch that.
speaking of things that we nerd out about, like I think that this Doctor Strange movie is going to be insanity. And I do know. So,
Oh.
fun fact: this is a perfect. Look at this full circleness that just happened. Wow, multiverse of fun. Nate, I asked him. So Nate sent me that question. I work with Nate. Nate sent me that question on Tuesday, and I was like, "Thanks for the question." Like he asked me during work hours in like our work Slack. And he was like, "Hey, I have a question for the podcast." And I was like, "Cool, good question. By the way, want to come on the podcast this week?" Like just like out of nowhere. And he said, "I can't on Thursday because I'm watching Multiverse of Madness." There you go.
And find out next week if he actually comes on the show.
I just unplugged my headphones and now I can't hear anything.
He literally did. Yo.
Literally, like when you said we're gonna cut out, I just cut out.
He cut out, yo.
My headphones came completely unplugged. All right. That was a fun episode. That was a stupid way to end it, but I'm glad that that's the way it happened. Wherever you guys are taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check out CanadaGotSold.ca to shop the latest CGS merch, peep the YouTube for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Of course, do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSold on Instagram for a feature. I checked that recently. It's like 160 something thousand.
Holy shit.
No big deal. Just, man, if I had a nickel for every hashtag use, actually maybe $1. I'd prefer $1. I have been Lawrence Hopkins, and you can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MisterQ and then Mar.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 2 seasons and 1 episode. And please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS, and we are out. Peace.
Yo, so how many times has it been used?
160 something thousand.
It's like 10 seasons.
That's like 10 seasons, bro.
16
seasons.
16 seasons.
16 seasons. No, 200.
Actually, no,
episodes.
160 seasons.
Wow.
If
All
we're
of
basing
those
it off
numbers are-
hundreds.
No,
Yeah.
all of those numbers are wrong. It's 200 episodes per season.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
800. No.
160,000 divided by 200. 800 is 800 seasons.
That's why we are
800.
mathematicians, yo.
Yeah. Our hashtag is at 800 seasons.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Stupid.